Hey everyone!
Welcome in.
Come on in, take a seat. The water's warm.
Jump on in. The couch is fine.
Welcome back to my Sister's Couch podcast. This is episode 5. Thank you so much for joining us. And we have a very exciting day of activities planned for the podcast.
An agenda.
An agenda, yes. We decided that we needed to crack down on our segments and become a little more regimented, so hopefully it helps us stay on track and it's stuff that you guys are interested in hearing about. Jewel, what do you have for to drink?
So, this episode we're filming the week before Labor Day, so when it comes out, it will officially be... Well, I don't know if that's really true, but in our minds, it'll officially be fall. And so this episode, we're going to do kind of like a fall theme, beginning of fall. And so for to drink, we have some seasonal beverages. So I am drinking the Voodoo Ranger Atomic Pumpkin Spicy. And this is like my favorite beer of all time, and they only sell it during the fall. And so I'm very excited to be here drinking this today with Maddie.
I have a Down East cider donut, flavored cider, which I realize now it's like sort of a thing flavored to be like the thing that it's flavored. Oh, anyways, I've never tried this actually. Let's see how good it is. Oh, very good.
Cheers.
Cheers.
So, Matt, do you want to say what the agenda is?
Yes. So we have a couple of distinct segments that we're going to be starting during this episode. First is going to be called Y2K Rewind. Mm-hmm. And during this segment, we're going to be talking about all things nostalgia from the 2000s and 2010s. We love reminiscing on that time of books and movies and TV and music and clothes and all of the things. So join us for all of that good nostalgia. And then we're going to be moving into our next segment, which is going to be called Beck's Recs. Beck is our last name. And this is going to be, honestly, just a random time where we're telling each other what we are watching on TV, what we're reading, listening to, if we saw any wild stuff on the internet, which there's always wild stuff on the internet, and all of that good stuff. And finally, we're going to end with reality, where we talk about our silly little reality TV shows and all of the fun and crazy stuff going on in the world of boomer reality TV. So,
Yes.
Yeah. Those are our segments. So, you want to get into Y2K Rewind, Joel?
Sure. Yeah, so like I said at the beginning, this is going to be kind of like a fall-themed episode. And as participants in the annual tradition of Christian Girl Autumn, we are big fans of fall or like autumn time.
We are.
And one of my favorite things about it is just, I mean, I say this, but like I feel like the fall is always so busy. But in theory, I love that it's like a time when you kind of like slow down and cozy up. And it starts to get a little chilly and you can like have a little blanket and watch a show on your couch. And so we thought it would be fun to just kind of talk about our favorite like nostalgic like TV shows that you watch like during the fall time. And I feel like we're both like this, where we have certain comforting TV shows that we watch during certain times of the year.
Yes.
And I think fall, like, there's a lot of really good ones. And so I think we're going to talk about that.
Yes.
And so we found an article on BuzzFeed called BuzzFeed Hard-Hitting News called 12 Cozy TV Shows to Watch This Fall. So we're going to run through the list and then say, like, whether they're on our list. And if there's any that are not on here, we're going to say those too. So the first one is Gilmore Girls.
Of course.
And you're a big Gilmore Girls.
I am. I'm a Gilmore Girl myself. I mean, it's the quintessential.
Yeah.
It's the quintessential fall show, in my opinion. Obviously, it takes place, like, throughout the whole year. But the the hack is you start Gilmore Girls September 1st. And so as you rewatch, it gets you through fall and into Christmas. Because there is also, it takes place in Connecticut. Does
it start in the fall?
It starts at the beginning, it's like September school year of Rory's like junior year. So it starts in the fall, the first season, goes fall into winter. Yeah, I mean, it's the quintessential fall show. I feel like you're not really a Gilmore Girls.
No, I watched the first season. I like the outfits. Yeah, it's just not.
Jewel calls it the show where nothing ever happens, which is correct, but that's the point. So.
Well, nothing happens, but also, like, all the characters are, like, kind of annoying.
Yeah. Rory is pretty insufferable in the later seasons. In the beginning, I feel like all the characters are sort of on their best behaviors.
Yeah.
As the seasons go, I do think, like, Rory in particular becomes very hard to, like, her behavior becomes very hard to defend. For me, Lorelai, I feel like Lorelai is, like, the yappy brunette, like, poster child. So I just, like, really looked up. Just, like, love her vibes, even though she is annoying. But, yeah, I love Gilmore Girls, and Joel's wrong, so.
No, I don't, and I don't mean to say, like, that I don't watch shows with annoying characters in them. I love New Girl, and Jessica Day is, like, the most annoying TV show character of all time. But, like, I don't know. Just never did it for me. But I don't know
That's
why.
fair.
I don't know. Yeah, just never did it for me.
I did see something that was like, this is just every girl's fantasy of living in a walkable community and being the hottest girl in your small town.
Yes,
and like,
I did see that.
Yeah. Like,
it is what
all we strive for is living in a walkable community and being the hottest person in our small town.
Truly. That's what the show is about. Yeah.
Okay, number 2.
Number 2 is Gossip Girl. Have you watched Gossip Girl?
I have. Have you?
Yeah. I don't think I finished it. Like, I don't think I got to, like, when they're getting married and stuff. But, like, the first couple of seasons I've seen.
Yeah.
I like it a lot. I don't know if it gives fall to me, though.
I don't think it gives fall. I mean, I think they're probably referring to the, like, Thanksgiving episodes, which are kind of iconic. But to me, it does not give fall. It's just the New York of it all.
Speaking of New York, the next one is Friends, which I also have not watched, like, start to finish. I've definitely not rewatched it, but I think it has kind of a fall vibe to it.
I think in the same way.
They're all in, like, sweaters.
Yeah, I think in the same way that, like, a lot of shows that take place in New York sort of have fall vibes.
Yeah, but the difference is Gossip Girl was actually filmed in New York. Friends was filmed in, like, Paramount. Paramount lot.
In a trailer in the parking lot.
In Los Angeles.
Yeah, that is very true.
Yeah, but I do feel like it has kind of, like, cozy vibes.
Yeah. Also, one thing in common is that the main plot of all 3 of those shows is just people drinking coffee.
Yeah.
So maybe that's the common denominator.
Okay, the next one, also New York, is Seinfeld.
I feel like this list is just being like, oh, yep, autumn in New York, which, to be fair, autumn is the best time in New York City. Hit. So they're right about that.
Oh my God, this one's
and
in New
again,
York too. The next one is Only Murders in the Building. You're a love.
I am a stan.
Only Murders.
I love Only Murders, but to me, Only Murders is deep winter. Only Murders is like February.
I agree.
They're
always in coats.
They're always in coats, and like it looks very cold. Like autumn in New York, like despite what we see online and on social media, is like pretty warm.
Yeah.
Especially now.
There's been many times when I've gone like in my new sweater, like trying to have a cozy moment for like a little like walk through Central Park, and I'm just sweating.
You're like, where's the foliage?
I thought October 1st would have a nip in the air, and it does not.
It does not. It really doesn't. But like New York in February has a nip in the air.
It sure does. Yeah. Okay, so the next one is... Okay, so now we're kind of getting into ones that are, I think, more aligned, which are, like, more on the spooky side. Mm-hmm. So the next one is Stranger Things, which I think definitely have a fall vibe. Especially the first one, I think, is full autumn, full foliage, like Halloween.
Yeah. Very Halloween core. I think I only watched the first season, so I would completely agree with that.
I couldn't really tell you what happens, but I've seen them all.
Does it take, like, a Riverdale-esque, like, trajectory of just insanity?
It does. But every episode or every season is, like, a distinct villain.
Oh.
So, I thought the third season... Well, you know what? I actually don't even know what happens in what season. But some of the villains were better than other seasons. Like, I just was less invested in them. Okay, so the next one is Dairy Girls.
To me, Dairy Girls, and maybe this is wrong to say, but a lot of shows that take place in the UK, to me, give, like, springtime
Totally.
vibes. So to me, Dairy Girls is more springtime.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Yeah. The next one, though.
The next one is Wednesday.
Of course.
Loved Wednesday.
Loved.
So good.
Loved Wednesday. I mean, it's just, like, literally Halloween in a show.
There's only one season. Well, now there's two. But, like, it's what you were just saying before this. It's been 3 years in between seasons.
Yeah. So they came, the first half of season 2 is out. And then the second half doesn't come out till September 3rd. So I watched the first half of season 2. It was very good. I will say I don't think it's as good as season 1, but season 1 was so iconic that, like, it would be pretty hard to match that. Yeah. But still, the aesthetic of it is so just, like, good. Spooky and, like, good, and, yeah, love.
Yeah, I love it, too. Okay, the next one, Virgin River. Never seen it.
Never seen. Skip.
Next, Downton Abbey, Springtime show.
Springtime show.
Springtime show.
Even regardless of the UK, like, come on.
Yeah. Next one is Abbott Elementary.
I agree, because Abbott Elementary...
It's back to school.
Yeah,
back
exactly.
Next one is Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I never watched this, which I think is shocking for me.
I haven't watched it either.
Maybe this year.
Maybe.
Okay, so that was the 12.
What would you add?
Yeah, so I would add Riverdale to the show. At least the first season. I don't know. Would you add any other ones?
I feel like there are some, like Sabrina the Teenage Witch, of course, is, like, Halloween-y. I'm trying to think.
I think you could go, like, sort of the scary route, like Supernatural, if you ever watched that growing up.
Or, like, Vampire Diaries, maybe some people would lump in with that. I did not watch Vampire Diaries.
I did. Yeah, so that's totally a Halloween show. The Originals... And I'm going to say one more.
Pretty Little Liars. I feel like
Pretty Little Liars.
That's very fall-esque.
One other one that's so Halloween is, well, actually I'm going to say two. The first is American Horror Story. Especially, like, the first season, the haunted house one, and Coven is super, like, witchy in New Orleans. And then the last show, I can't believe I forgot this at the beginning. I rewatched The Haunting of Hill House every single October. It is one of my favorite shows of all time. It's very scary, though.
Yeah.
I think. So, yeah, Haunting of Hill House, Haunting of Bly Manor, and then the other show in that series is, like, an Edgar Allan Poe themed show.
I'm impressed by the amount that we're talking about Edgar Allan Poe in this podcast.
So much.
We've had 5 episodes, and 2 of them have heavily discussed Edgar Allan Poe. Dare I say, friend of the podcast. He's joining me, Youngblood, and Frankie Jonas.
Okay. So, yeah, the other show that's, like, kind of spooky is The Fall of the House of Usher. So good. It's also scary.
Yeah, that's an Edgar Allan Poe book.
Kind of violent. So, yeah, I kind of like the scary ones. So, yeah, they're not... I know the prompt is comfort shows, though, so maybe that's not correct of what the prompt is.
No, I mean, if it's
I do rewatch it every year.
I think it's also, like, rewatchability. Like, when you feel the first crispy leaf start to fall, what do you want to put on the TV?
Yeah.
You know? I'll also say one more thing on the complete opposite end of the spectrum of Julia, which is I sort of consider New Girl to be a fall show, even though it's in Los Angeles, so it's hot all the time.
It's always 70s.
But I think New Girl does, like, the holiday episodes so well. And there are two very iconic New Girl episodes that take place on Halloween. The haunted house one with Dr. Sam when she punches Nick. And also the Batman one where Schmidt thinks that he's messaging with Michael Keaton. Those are 2 of the best New Girl episodes, and they're both Halloween episodes. So I want to give a special shout out to our friends in Loft 4D.
Yeah, true.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us on our first Y2K Rewind.
Yay. So now we're going to get into, what's it called again? Beck's Recs.
Beck's Recs.
Which is just, like, our miscellaneous topics
Yes.
and recommendations.
Yes.
Do you want to start?
Sure. I will gladly start. Let me pull up my notes. I'm going to start my recs with an actual recommendation because the other two things I want to talk about are so dumb that I don't, like, I'm embarrassed.
Yeah.
My first recommendation is I watched this show Sirens on Netflix with Chris, and we binged it in one day. I'm not sure if it's based on a book or what, but it's basically about two sisters. Two sisters who one of them finds themselves in like sort of like a culty, like rich New England situation, and the other sister has to go and like
I saw the commercials.
yeah,
for
like
this.
break her out of this like cult. And it was so very good, and we watched it all in one day. And if you're a mythology girly, there is a lot of mythology allusions. Obviously, the sirens of it all, but like there are so many parallels. It's all about it. There's also like feminist sort of undertones. So if you're into that kind of stuff, really would recommend. The acting is really good. It has the girl from the House of Dragon. It's like the main character, and my girl friend of the channel, Megan Fahey. I love her so much. She's amazing in it. Chris literally was in love with her, as was I. So yeah, that's my first real recommendation.
Should I do my real rec?
Yeah, do
before
your
we
real
move on
rec,
to the
yeah.
silly bits. So yeah, so we watched a new show. It's called Slow Horses. It's been out for a while. I just actually Googled it. Apparently there's 5 seasons. So it's been around for a minute, but I just now found out about it. It's on Apple TV, and it's a British crime show, essentially. It's about a dysfunctional team of MI5 agents, which if you don't know is basically, it's very similar to like the CIA or like Homeland Security in the US. So they're MI5 agents, but they've kind of been like ostracized from like the main kind of like headquarters, we'll call it. And they're working in this like horrible office, and they've all kind of like done something to like fall out of grace with the agency. So it's like an underdog story where like, they're kind of working against like headquarters.
The man.
Yeah, the man, like half the time to like defend England from sinister forces. So we just watched the first season, and it's so good. The boss, you know how like in crime shows there's always like sort of a quirky boss? So this guy is so obnoxious and disgusting. It's like so British. This guy, he's like burping and like being disgusting. But yeah, it's like we watched like the whole first season in like 2 days.
Wow.
It's very good. So yeah, I would recommend that.
Excellent recommendations.
Okay.
We love.
So now we're going to get into some silly bits.
First thing I wanted to bring up with the couch is Burning Man. And the main question I have about Burning Man is, do people know you don't have to go? Do people know that Burning Man is optional?
No one's making you.
No one's making you do that.
I actually think it's quite expensive.
Oh, it's thousands of dollars to attend. And like the whole like vibe that it's somehow good for like society and like the environment. And
Is that what it's supposed to be?
yeah, it's like anti-capitalist, anti like establishment, sort of like free spirit. What it really is like rich people cosplaying as people experiencing homelessness and living in the desert dressed up in Mad Max cosplay. That's pretty much what Burning Man is.
Is it in Palm Springs?
Probably, I don't know. It's in the desert somewhere.
I just went there recently in April. Would not.
Jewel, I have to show you these videos I
Okay.
saw. I was quite literally
I think I've
gobsmacked.
seen some of these. Oh no, it's in Nevada, near Reno.
Ugh, that's the desert.
Sorry to all the people listening from Nevada, but
Sorry for all of our fans in Reno.
Not
but
for me.
That's not really our taste
No.
of climate.
no.
So these are some of the videos that I've been seeing that have me actually shook that people pay thousands of dollars to attend this event.
Nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday. And right
Yeah,
now,
I think this is the one
save
that I saw.
£50 per person.
So the video I'm showing to Jewel is essentially a violent sandstorm, just absolutely wrecking these people's like structures.
The whole camp.
The entire camp is being destroyed by a sandstorm because this is not where you're supposed to be living.
No.
There's a reason people don't live here.
Yeah.
I was just actually shocked by
It
that.
looks miserable.
Miserable.
Oh my god, that's just to get there?
Yes.
Where is it?
It's literally just loose in the desert. Like, there's no infrastructure.
There's no bathrooms?
Dude,
There's no concession stands?
I don't think you can get even one single glizzy at Burning Man. I think it's against the morals.
No,
but
really?
the video that I'm watching
Is it a concert? What is it?
yeah. I think, like, that is part of the allure, is that, like, you're not really supposed to be, like, on your phones, like, recording it. It's supposed to be sort of, like, mysterious. I have seen a couple videos that appear to be DJ sets with white people in locks just, like, flopping all around on the ground and, like, just on probably a mixture of drugs.
Various shrooms.
Yeah, and I also know there's, like, an art component, like, there's, like, sometimes, like, live art things and, like, installations, performance art, things like that. I think it's supposed to, like I said, it's, like, anti-capitalist, anti-establishment. It's supposed to be sort of, like, free-spirity. You, like, don't have to wear clothes. I'm pretty sure it's, like, clothing optional. Which, like, girls, I love a free spirit moment. I don't even mind a topless beach. I might partake in one at some point in my life. But, like, we're paying $5,000 to sit in 2 days worth of traffic because I saw videos of people waiting in this line to get in for over 24 full hours.
That is crazy.
To go sit in a sandstorm so you can take some shrooms and flop around. Like, you can do that here, too, at home.
Yeah, you can just go to, like, any old desert.
Yeah.
A lot of the U.S.
Or just, like, into, like, a climate where, like, it's supposed to sustain human life.
Yeah, like, there's water there.
Yeah. Yeah, like a livable climate.
Yeah.
So that's my take on Burning Man.
That's crazy because I've been to one festival, sort of, which is the Made in America Festival.
In Philly.
The now non-existent Made in America concert in Philly. And it's in a city, like, that has a lot of trees. And I still, like, left that covered in dust. And, like in my nose, like, every time I blow my, like, just covered in dust for, like, days.
Yeah.
So I can't imagine you would just be so dry.
I think you're literally just dirty. Like, I think you're just filthy the whole time. Because even you see videos of Coachella, people, like, blowing their nose after Coachella, and the snot is, like, black.
I went to Palm Springs in April, and Joshua Tree, which is where Coachella is, well, in Palm Springs. And, like, at the end of every day, we were staying in an Airbnb. It's not like we were camping. But at the end of every day, I would have to go to bed because my eyes had gotten so swollen from all the dust and the dry air.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, it is
And, like,
crazy.
the ragweed. I'm a sensitive girl.
We are, yeah.
I could never go to Burning Man.
That's not our preferred climate in
No.
this household. We're more of, like, a temperate deciduous forest bunch.
Totally.
Okay. Cool.
I don't really.
Okay, I have one more stupid thing.
Okay.
Sorry, one more stupid thing I need to share with the couch is something that actually made me gasp. Friend of the channel, Noah Centineo. Our favorite
knows
actor.
not- Wait, what is it? It's not what you've done, but
what you do with what you've done for others. I have a tattoo of that.
I love him.
But-
Remember when I put that on your graduation post and everybody just thought I was doing, like,
Yes.
a serious message?
No, but
I'm embarrassed because people thought that I came up with that.
no, we're funny and they don't get it. That's what you have to tell yourself. No, but this is a post from E! News, so probably many people have seen it, but it genuinely caused me to gasp. So, Joel, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Oh, I think I saw this, but I don't think I clocked that it was him.
Right?
Wait, why does he look like that? Is that real? That's not AI?
No, I don't think that's AI. I
Why is
think
he-
that's the real NSM. Noah Centineo.
Why does he look like that?
Maybe for a role. He
Is he
basically,
in a suit?
for those listening on audio, he's essentially like sort of bodybuilder-esque with some very creepy blonde long hair.
It looks like he's gained like 200 pounds of muscle.
Yeah. I mean, he's like in crazy shape. I'm guessing it's for a role.
Yeah.
Hopefully. Oh, yes. He's in a movie called Street Fighter. Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But didn't that scare you?
Yeah.
That scared me so much. Anyways, hope you're doing well, Noah. Okay, and last thing for this week, we're going to go into our last segment, which is reality. And this week we're talking about Big Brother yet again. So, Joel, do you want to recap from where we left off last week?
Sure. So, where we left off last week, Rachel had just put Riley up. She had just used the power of veto, and Riley was nominated for eviction. And while we were filming last Thursday, I guess, Riley was sent home. And it was a really close vote. It was 5-4, which I don't think has happened yet this year. And yeah, so then after that,
It was between
Riley and Morgan.
yes, Mickey won the blockbuster, so it was between Morgan and Riley. And I believe Ava was the deciding vote. Like, she was the one that was kind of seemingly on the fence about it.
Yeah, it was Ava and Vince.
Yeah.
Because Vince was aligned with both sides of the house.
Vince has a final two with half the people in the house.
And Ava was kind of like a rogue
Yeah.
agent. So yeah, it kind of came down to the two of them. So then when it came time for the head of household competition, it was kind of like tense because Vince was like, hey, I just like screwed over half the people that I was in an alliance with by doing this. Either way, I was cooked. Like, I had to screw someone over. So it's really important for me to win head of household, which he did. He won the wall competition, which lasted over an hour. And then he ended up nominating Mickey, Keanu, and Kelly.
Hi everyone, this is Editing Julia, just coming at you to say that I was wrong actually it was ChatGPT's fault. The people that were nominated by Vince were Kelly, Mickey, and Ava. So just ignore me. Apologies for the misinformation. It's not my fault, it's AI's.
So yeah, I have some thoughts. So my first thought is that when Riley got evicted, it was one of the most emotional evictions I've ever seen. I think, first of all, because of his showmance, but also, like, everybody was, like, again, falling to the ground, like, weeping, sobbing, like, having to be, like, taken away afterwards. Julie had to, like, intervene and like, force him to come out.
Yeah.
It was one of the longest goodbyes I've ever seen. Like, people were literally acting like he was gonna, like, get, like, shot, like, once he walked out the house. Like, he's gonna be okay, guys. He's not dying. My other takeaway was that Julie messed up who was gonna go home.
She did.
And it's surprising to me that it doesn't happen more often.
Yeah.
But it was funny because it was like, Morgan goes to Riley. Morgan, you are safe. Riley, you are evicted. Like, imagine if you were Riley, like, you think you're safe.
I know. If you're Morgan, too, you're
Yeah.
like, shit, I'm going home. And then you're safe.
Yeah. So that I thought was funny. And then my other thought was around Vince and Kelly. Vince, as Maddie was joking, like, has had a final two with every person in the house. And he did not remember having a final two with Kelly. Which happened, like, on, like, day 1 or 2.
And this whole time she's been maintaining, like,
Yes, like, he's my
final
ally.
two. He's my biggest ally. He will protect me. Bestie.
So I thought that was, like, really,
That's mean.
like, it was, like, a cringe scene, too, where she's like, well, I mean, like, we still have our final two. And you could see his, like, wheels turning. He's like, yeah. It's like, oof.
Yeah.
That was brutal. Yeah. And so then my other comment from this most recent episode of when he did his noms was, I do fear Kelly is, like, not reading the room, because there was another scene where the two of them are talking and he suggests to her that he's going to put her up sort of as, like, a pawn, and she goes, like, I don't understand why you would do that. We're supposed to be best friends. And it's like, literally, like, pause, crickets, and he's like, right.
Kelly.
Yeah,
Sweet Kelly.
So that was kind of a bummer, I would say. That was kind of my other main takeaway.
Yeah. I will say, like, the Vince going after Mickey of it all, to me, makes sense, because those are arguably the two most powerful players in the house, along with Rachel, I would say. I really feel for Kelly. It seems like Keanu is kind of like confrontational. He's sort of all over the place. He's like making all these deals, doing all this stuff, but it seems like Kelly is sort of just like
hanging out.
And like I feel bad because she had really such a bad run of it in the beginning, and to be like stabbed in the back by Vince, and it's just my question also is like, Vince, why not like Catherine? Like, are you aligned to Catherine? And you could also even argue, oh, your showmance went home, like,
yeah, that's kind of an easy play.
Kind of
I feel
an
like
easy
people always do
play. That being said, I feel like oftentimes with showmances, when one of the people go home, the other person in the showmance oftentimes makes it to the end because they're not seen as a threat because their main ally is clearly gone.
Yeah.
So, like, likely Catherine will sort of continue just to, like, hang on because they're like, well, you know, her main guy is out of the house.
Yeah.
Like, I think it does make her more of a wild card, though, because, like, no one really knows where she stands besides...
Now she's a rogue agent.
Yeah, besides that she's, like, seemingly close with Lauren.
Yeah.
We have no idea where else she stands.
Yeah, I don't know much else about her relationships in the house.
No. Which hopefully we'll get to see more of her in separate from Riley, because she seems to be smart, and like I'm curious to see what she has to say from like a gameplay standpoint as we get down to like closer numbers and, you know, everyone can't really hide anymore. Also, I just realized that it's Big Brother 27, and I'm remembering that the first season of Big Brother that I ever watched was Big Brother 17. So it's my 10-year Big Brother anniversary!
Happy 10 years.
Thank you so much. So happy to be here. I'd like to thank my sister. I'd like to thank Kona for being so supportive along the way.
I was later to the party.
Yeah. Yeah, I was 16, I remember, because I watched the first season this summer that I was working at the pool when I was 16, and I watched it with my friend Julia Ketcher. Aww. So every day we would come into work and we would talk about what happened on Big Brother. So,
shout out Julia.
Shout out Julia. So this is just the podcast version of that.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. All right.
Yay.
I think that's it.
I think this is going to be a short episode.
Yeah. You want to close this out?
Sure. Well, thank you all for listening. Check back in next week for some more of us talking about Big Brother and like more of our hot topics of what we're listening to and reading.
Hopefully you like the new segment format.
Yes. Sound off in the comments what you think about the segments.
Let us know.
And if there are any specific media that you'd like us to reflect upon. We haven't talked about Taylor and Travis.
Oh my god. Bruh.
Okay, well,
Travis and Taylor Swift got engaged. Well, honestly, we don't have many thoughts about it. We're happy for them.
yeah.
They're billionaires.
I know. I got so many texts being like, emergency episode of the pod.
I know. No, I'm very, very happy for Taylor. I think she's wanted this for quite a while. And I'm looking forward to her in her bridal era to see all her looks.
Yeah.
And
do you think they're going to do like that? Like, communicate?
Maybe not.
Yeah.
But at least her wedding dress,
I don't know if I
I'm sure
would if
we'll
I was
see.
that famous.
No. I did see one fan theory that I'll share with the couch, because there have been many. But this theory actually gave me pause. The theory is basically that Life of a Showgirl is TS12. That is about the Eras Tour and that whole time in her life, which I'm really looking forward to because I think that was such an interesting time in, like, Swiftie lore. Yeah. But that means that TS13 will be presumably about, you know, getting married and, like, doing that whole thing. So people are like, TS13, in some way, it's some, like, conclusion to, like, the love stories she's been singing about all along.
Oh my
will
God,
that
I
be,
just got chills.
will that be her
last
album? That was what I saw. And to that, I would say she really loves the number 13, so it's possible.
Yeah.
However, I think that maybe it will just be like, oh, it's her, like, favorite album because it's about, you know, she's her fiance and blah, blah, blah. But, like, she doesn't just write music about boys anymore.
Yeah, it's about a lot of other stuff.
It's about a lot of other stuff. And so I'm hoping that, like, that is not the case. But that theory did give me pause.
I just got chills.
Right. And sorry, one more thing, and then I'll be quiet. One thing I was really supportive of was the body language of the proposal. I'm actually partial to a kneel that's sort of like worshipy. Like his body language sort of like, he's sort of like leaning into her. He's sort of like almost like begging. It's very poetic, and I like that. I don't like a
Well, you know I have an ick about
I know.
a deep lunge.
I have an ick about like a 90-degree angle proposal.
You
Like
need to be like, your knees need to be
we
kinda
need some
close
natural
together.
like body language,
Not
like a full blown. I can't with that. So I was happy
Yeah.
that Travis like looked more natural.
Yeah. I
Because
agree.
otherwise I would be out on the marriage.
It was very, I mean, they're two people that are used to being photographed, so I think they...
Yeah, and they're 6 feet tall and hot as hell.
Yeah,
So
it doesn't take that much to, like, for them to look good.
no,
I
it does
I
not.
fear.
It does not.
Okay. Well, I sorry for that diversion. We just couldn't let this go.
I know. That would have been a real lack in like history. The keeping of the books.
Oh my god, that would have been, yeah.
You know
how
what I'm saying?
How would historians know that they got engaged if not for this podcast?
They wouldn't.
They literally wouldn't know. No one else is talking about it.
No.
No, I was talking about freaking Gilmore Girls. and
I know. We talk about the haunting of the rise of the House of Usher. We're never calling the House of Usher. All right. Well,
that's
thank you
enough
for
of that.
watching, and join us next week for more fun times on my sister's couch.
Yay.
Oh, that was dramatic of me. Okay.